Hmm. Okay, good afternoon. I'm gonna have a stream after a bit of a while, um, and also on the topic that I haven't streamed on about for a while. Like the previous streams were pretty much about this bigger project on expressing my interest, and there was also some streams about this exploring Russia's economic situation. Um, so this stream is about this existential risk website project. Um, I've had quite a lot of streams about this in the past, but not for a while. And there's some funding round thing coming up that I want to take part of. So this kind of has motivated me to work on this uh, in past days, like getting it in the kind of like nice shape, uh, presentable, and I've been making this kind of. I've been writing the application, and at the same time, I've been writing this like general description um, for the interest side. Let me actually see if I can manage to. Let's see if it's not too broken. If I can manage to, because I have it here on the same. This is kind of like the same. Let's see. Yeah, I can open it here, I think. Let's see. Might be a bit broken. Actually, let's try this one. Haven't run this for a while. Okay. Yeah, it works. Some of the latest changes haven't been applied. But yeah, this is the thing that I've been streaming in the last streams, and today I'm focusing on this website project that I have on. I don't know, like the name is pretty much on the air, but here I call it probabilities of the end of the world. But I think some kind of like, I think I'm gonna go back to this, what I had called it before, like existential risk website or something like that, or website for demonstrating existential risk, something like that. So yeah, I think this is a bit um, like a bit vague. Actually, let's see. Okay. Mm. Gonna, so yeah, this is about and what the focus today is about this dashboard and website thing, and also like AI, um, like making this site here that you see. I used heavily AI on that, and now that I've gotten more used to using AI, I've been applying AI for making this project or this site as well, and as a coding assistant for creating the website, um, pretty much based on my earlier design on that I had made on this like Krita, kind of like this drawing program. So I kind of like just gave the Claude the sketch of the website and asked it to code it, and I've been kind of like bouncing it around and developing it, and it's not gonna be like of course it's not gonna be like a final product, but I thought it would be nice to get some kind of prototype um, ready for the application, because I I think in this case when we are talking about like the interactivity is very much kind of like the big thing here. So let's get this started actually, because the interactivity is pretty much the main thing of the site. It's kind of like a little bit difficult to explain it in like static picture, or at least it's harder. I'm gonna yes, I'm like my main concern at this point is because this is not yet hosted in some kind of these online server services like that I have like one site on this digital ocean site, and then there's like Amazon offers these services, a lot of like companies like this is not what you see here. This site it's not hosted, and it is heavier than I think it's heavier than the. Actually, I'm thinking like, could I? Because it's quite. So let me think. Actually, yeah, I think the site that I showed earlier, like the about my projects and stuff, that site is it's hosted in as a GitHub Pages project. But this one is not in a sense. I think that the hosting there is more. But I think that this one is kind of like. I wonder if with this case, because I'm using this kind of like shiny live thing, I suppose it shows up here somewhere. So I'm kind of like wondering, is this now heavier for the user than the site I have on GitHub Pages? And if I hosted this thing on GitHub Pages as a separate project and then kind of like mirrored it here in this kind of like iframe thing, would that be less heavy, and how much less heavy, and would it be worth it? Not totally sure, because now I'm a little bit worried. I haven't really tried it out yet, and I'm not sure if I actually. Yeah, I think I could try. Okay, it kind of like says here also that I kind of like have to run the, kind of like have to build a site, basically as a offline site first for myself, and then I could see how it works. But I'm not sure if how much is that gonna be. Does that give them an accurate impression of how long does it take for the user to load it? Because I think in this case especially it's important because the people who are gonna see this, they're gonna be it's gonna be kind of like optional content to look at the website. So in that sense, it's I'm kind of like concerned that it might if it takes too long to load, people are just not gonna look at it at all. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna get back to that once, maybe after the stream. I'm gonna try out how it looks. If it's too bad, I don't know, then I'm just gonna probably put it out as like separate GitHub pages thing. Yeah, but let's look at the site as it is currently. I think I could how can I shut this down? Yeah, I'm still not too accustomed to this positron user interface. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if there should be some kind of zoom thing here. Yeah, one thing, like it has a lot of clickable things. So it can be a bit overwhelming. I wonder also if, because now you can control these, you obviously won't see it, but you can control these like basically 3 different ways, these numbers. And I wonder if, yeah, like you can press, if you click somewhere here, then you can press a button like you click on some digit here and then you press like the number key and it's gonna change the number to correspond that number. Then another option is to use the up and down arrows on your keypad, and then you can also click here these on your mouse, these arrows, you can click them up and down. And I kind of like this in a sense that like I think it's nice to have an option that's besides keyboard. So that you basically don't have to, if you don't want, you don't have to use keyboard to control the site at all. I think that's kind of like nice. So I'm just gonna think about a little bit what I'm gonna write here, like and I think it's important to write. So like I have this text file here, this Quarto markdown file, and I'm gonna make some version of this to go for the application, and then I'm gonna link this also to the application. So if the person looking at it wants to have more information, they can have in this. But yeah, I think it's important to have here because I'm already showing quite a lot. I think like compared to a lot of other projects, this is I've been developing this quite a bit already. So I think that might give like this kind of impression that you get what you see a bit too much, even if there is even more more to come. So I think in that sense it might be good to like list what is missing here. So I think like mobile user mobile interface. Yeah, I think something like that. That I think it's yeah. I wonder if this is a kind of project. Like, can you even is it even feasible to make like a nice mobile interface for this thing or not? And it's a bit annoying that you cannot really this person you cannot really try out zooming, but the zooming worked pretty well. I think like when I opened this on browser, I think the kind of like the how it handles different browser widths and how it handles zooming. I think like there aren't like a lot of issues there. um, oh yeah, one thing that I noticed is that yeah, I think I would want to have okay, I was about to do something here. So over here, if you look at this, they're pretty small here, like these gray numbers. They indicate the change between this, like the annual change between these values. So I think there should be same as this one here. Like I've placed it between these years because it's kind of like the annual value between them. So I think the same goes here, that this should be between those years. So now maybe the choice is that how much like, do I want to put them between these delta values or between these kind of like, how do you call, like actual values? Yeah, I think they have to be between the actual values. But maybe it gets a little bit tricky, like with over here. Yeah, okay, in this case they should Vertically between okay, let's see if it understands. Let's go over here. So what else do I want to use? I don't think I want to go. I don't want to add too many features at this point anymore. And there's like one other like different kind of prototype that I'm making that has more focus on the on having this kind of like haptic control over the extinction probability. I don't know how to explain it, but I should actually bring that one over here. Like I should have a different app for that. I think I'm gonna open another instance of Positron. You're not gonna see it, but I'm gonna open another one, and then I'm gonna think about like how to bring that over. But this is ready now, so we're gonna try this first, see what it looks like. Okay. And okay, yeah, this is here now. And let's see what is enough space to bring this up here. It might be that like, because when I'm holding this hand over here, I wonder if it's just like it's not gonna ever use that space. Okay, yeah, it didn't really like do it fully like I wanted, so I'm gonna be more specific. So I'm gonna take a screenshot here. Yeah, you might not see it. And at the same time, I'm gonna check out this. Yeah, one thing with Poseidon, like it seems that stuff takes quite a long time to like open, like for the mm, R sessions to start, even if there's like really like nothing to load or anything. I think that's some kind of maybe some kind of cost of I don't know, like having having a lot of things that positron can do, so it has to load a lot of like it's maybe it's that's much more heavier program just in general. And I'm gonna look here because I was playing around with different kind of UIs for this kind of like yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah. Um, so what's the bat? Can I pick up the bat here? Um, so, okay. Um, yeah. So see, let's see how well this works. Um, yeah, it's still over there. Um, it's even like there's like empty space over here as well for some reason. I don't really know why. So I think this has to do with like it has this kind of boxes. Okay, it's interesting. Like there's this like text base here that's like higher up now, but now it's kind of like this is like on a different level. But I think it has to do with somehow these. It's the case with all of these like variables and their values that they have this box around them that takes all of the box is so big that it always fills the space. Um, um, Yeah, I don't know if I want to fight this now. And I'm still gonna try to make it even bigger. Let's say if, yeah, it's just not doing anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask if this is about the boxes. Um, um, okay. Okay, we have this. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, this makes it a bit heavier. Uh, so yeah, I'm a bit worried about this because I think ggplot2, I think it's quite of a big extension or library. So how much is that gonna slow down the startup time, because there's one more package to load. I think currently there's like maybe only 3 packages that we have to load. We have like Shiny and Shiny Live. I think that might be all. And now that we add a third one, that might be a lot bigger than either of those. So that might increase the load up times that we talked about at the start of the stream. So yeah, Yeah, I could just give it this one to do workout next while it's still thinking about that one. So I won't forget. Um, yeah, let's look like what else do we want to do here. It's a bit shame that I cannot really. I think I tried before the start of the stream, but you can actually see it here. Yeah, you can see this. So this is one of the other one of the kind of newer ones, one of the newer I don't know how to say newer user interfaces, and I might want to take some of the features from it. Like one thing that I would kind of want to have is have these outlines for different input sections, inputs and outputs, like all this like different numbers. Um, oh yeah, one thing that I want to change is to have yeah, here I have this expected population. I think I want to do like two things. I want to I just want to have like move every year by one. Yeah, let's just write it here. So should be oh, it's actually yeah, I wonder if that's enough for that. And the second one is that yeah, this is a bit of a like a choice. I think this if I make this like 8.3 billion everywhere across the board, then I don't have to think about like these population predictions, like this like what I had here, like 8.9. I think I took this, might have taken this from some like United Nations prediction or something like that, and this like 10 billion, it's pretty close to what they predict for like 2100. I think that's where the United Nations projections end. So yeah. But I'm gonna take a look first on what how the changes. Yeah, it's still screwed up. Like it's still like you can see this change here. It's not between. It never moves from there, but it's yeah. So we can have this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this first. I didn't even read about like what it wrote about that thing. Value cells and growth cells share grid columns. Up at the value line. I don't think it's. I don't think it has really understood what I meant so well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So let's see what happens if it goes smaller. Like it should go. Yeah, it's not really working like um, uh, so I think this is a bit. Um, I think I've gotten stuck to fixing this thing a bit too much. It's quite like a small thing. I have a bit too much of a habit to get stuck on some small stuff sometimes. So I wonder, I wonder if the fonts are like smaller now across the board, which is not what I would want. Okay, let's see again. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So it should be just yeah, maybe that's like a good timing there. Yeah, okay, let's then do these ones. Yeah, this is a bit of a guess, but I think it's pretty good guess. Yeah. I think like in general, I might want a bit bigger fonts. Also, like one thing that I'm a little bit dubious about in these controls is, like, for example, say here I have like 0.013. If I'm like going down here, I go to 0 and then I click it again, it kind of like zeroes everything. But I don't know if I want that really, because you might kind of just like accidentally click it. I'm not sure. On the other hand, I think it works pretty nice here if you go like, it's actually pretty it's actually pretty annoying that if I'm like going up here, like my cursor is blocking the view on what actually is down there. So I'm not sure if this, like, do I want to keep these arrows or not? I'm still not sure. Like, it works better if I move with arrows, because yeah, I also wonder if I could change the, like, what's the like what's the arrow, like the cursor when it's on top, because this kind of hand thing, I think that's kind of like the worst thing to, yeah, one thing I want to try out, like Okay, I'm gonna check that this has worked. Start at 2026 and everything here is 0. If we change here, yeah, this actually what's happening, like why is, oh yeah, it's yeah, there has to be like a decrease here as well. And I wonder if this change should be indicated in so the point with these numbers is that the user gets a better sense of well, kind of like a sense of scale, and especially because you have these different time periods, so that they can see if it's kind of like sensible change. Okay, let's see this, because this could be in general. I think it's the more ways that there is for user to interact with these inputs, the better, because it's such a. I could actually change this to. Yeah, I wonder if I could change it to like being like click and hover or something like that, but I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how this works. Yeah, it does work. It works pretty cool. So about these arrows, even if they are not so handy, I think they might still give like a good. They might give some kind of indication on like how to interact with this site, how to change the inputs. It might indicate that this is not about because the normal way to kind of like do this stuff is you go here and then you input numbers. Like you write 89.6666 or something like that. But I think I want to go in the more direction of you just change something here. I'm wondering if yeah, here. There is some lag here. I think that's like the one of the cons of this approach, that it exposes, because it gets so easy to change this number that it kind of like exposes how how quick it is to change. I don't know. Um, okay, here it's a bit weird again. Like if I go up, oh, something has broken here. Like if I click down here, it if I click down, it goes, the value goes, or the like the digit goes up, and that makes sense because it's kind of like a negative direction, or actually it's a positive direction. It goes towards like higher value, but or like oh yeah, going down it goes toward like lower value, which is like a negative. But I kind of like, I want it to be like digit specific, so it's not really working like that. Let's take a look at that other app for a change. Let's see where it is. Okay, it's over here. Can put you over here, and we're gonna close this down, and then we're gonna see what this one looks. So I'm gonna show you what I was discussing to Claude about, like what is the app here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Some kind of seems to be like, for some reason it seems very slow now, because this is not like I wonder if there were actually some kind of like dependencies. Like, did I have some other R scripts there that you need to run before you can run this one? And if I haven't like imported them, but it seems super slow. Okay, let's try again. We might be a bit stuck here. Like, this is some kind of thing that I'm not sure if there's like is there some kind of like stop command for this, like particularly? I'm not sure. Cannot really do anything. Can I make a new? Okay, let's click restart, or let's see what that does. And that's again like with positron. I think there's compared to RStudio, there's a lot more of this kind of crashing out behavior, maybe. Or maybe in this case, compared to, okay, I'm gonna close this. Compared to RStudio, I think there's a lot of getting getting stuck that doesn't directly crash the app. I think with RStudio, if it ends in some kind of like situation, it usually just crashes the app. Whereas here, it kind of like the positron itself, it stays kind of on. But okay, let's try to make a new session here. So yeah, this is also like one thing that I've learned like pretty recently, like how to, and this is pretty cool. I'm not sure if this is so much possible in our studio that I can have like in this same positron window, I can have multiple instances of R running. So, but there are like some limitations, like they share this same viewer area, for example. But this seems like it is just like a weird thing to get stuck here, because yeah, it's not really like here in the console, it's not really like showing like what's wrong, and I really don't like know. Okay, let's try to get another. I have this one open here. I'm gonna try to run this. So I'm just like trying to figure out, like, is this because of this app specifically, or what's causing this? So let's I'm trying to shut this down. Yeah, I think I can do that. Okay, so that's shut down now, but this one here is still like going on. Shut down this as well, and let's try to. Yeah, it's just kind of like it's starting. So yeah, I'm gonna restart the positron and let's see. This is gonna take a while here. We're gonna start this. Gonna like this. And now, yeah, now you can kind of like get the picture of how long does it take. Like here it says, okay, it's starting here, like the R, it's like it's kind of like starts the positron first, and then it kind of like loads in R. And now let's see, yeah, we have these guys here. So I'm gonna first again like try out with this app that should be working. Okay, and we have our changes in here, and now we're gonna try out this one. We're gonna try to see like what's the some kind of error. Not sure what that is about. Okay, this seems promising. Okay, yeah, I don't know what was the last time about. Like, was it just like was it just getting like too heavy because I have some other software open or stuff like that? I think the positron, it does takes quite a lot of like at least like memory, and like part of that reason might be that you might kind of like it's kind of like because I don't know what's these errors about. It's kind of like easy to have like several different um at least at some point I kind of like have like by accident I had like um several different like R instances running on the same window or stuff like that. So that kind of like that kind of eat up on your memory as well. Yeah, so here's this kind of like thing that I'm not sure if I want to include this. Maybe at like some. Um, I do want to kind of like indicate that it's there can be like different ways to yeah, different ways to set these to control this input because this provides like quite different inputs. Um, so yeah, this handles they should be a bit thicker. So let's work on this for a while now. I wonder if they should have some kind of is the thickness the right way to go? Yeah, let's try that. So the main thing maybe that I want to fix here is that like this has been like it's just like this survival thing. It makes the changes are so big comparatively. Like how do I make this? Is there a way to make this? Yeah, this like double control, it doesn't really work so well on this unless I can, I don't know, find some way. But I do like that in here, it's kind of like, it's super nice, super clean to, actually here, I thought I had the thing that it would show the old values. Yeah, maybe I didn't. So yeah, for example, here, yeah, it would be kind of cool, like, cool to show, like, because, okay, let's say it starts at like 1 in 44, and then I move up 1 in 40, so that it would leave, it should leave the old value there also, and the same goes for the survivor probability that the graph would have both the old and the new value. I'm not sure. But yeah, I wonder if there's a way to kind of like make this because it's just like it's just like it just screws. It just feel like if I would want to go by changing the survival probability, it just seems so it just moves this so much always. Okay, let's see if I go in the lower level here. Is there a way to yeah, it's just like everything just moves so much. It's not yeah, because this kind of like has to, and it maybe it's more that it brings these like these shapes don't really um, they're not really like they're not really like they're not really play well together. Like if I make some change here, it causes like a big and some weird looking change over there. So um, like it just becomes very it creates very unintuitive shapes. Um, okay, let's try to reset. I wonder if this is so much of an issue for the survival rate. I think it's not. So maybe I'm thinking here that um, would it be what if for survival it would somehow only change this level, but it would somehow keep this mm, mm, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna um, I'm just gonna disable it for now. Um, hmm. 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 Um, Hmm. Yeah, let's just see what it does with that. Hmm. It might be that I want to make this quite a bit taller, this graph. Um, hmm. Yeah, it's disabled now. Yeah, the cool thing about this, yeah, I think I had specified in this app that um, it should kind of like reload the app every time the changes are made. I could specify that for the Exvis app as well. Um, mhm. Yeah, I think I want to do this the same way. Editable value. Yeah. Mm, yeah, no, this is only. And it's nice that if I like add the population now, it's a bit more. I don't remember what these are. How do I have these? Some kind of I think, yeah, they have to do with these control points. Yeah, these are if you really want to kind of like fine tune the values. So I think I want to create here like some kind of same kind of like comparison. um, so yeah, this was what I was thinking about, like um, um, so the here I wonder if that's enough. Then it kind of like gets tricky when you get this overlap thing. And I don't know if I really have, or if I really need to have a kind of solution to that, at least at this point. Um, mm, s- mm, mm, mm. I think I would want the population number to, or the population scale to, it should probably be yeah, like 10 billion should be here, so that this would be at 8.3 would be like over here. How do you call? Yeah, axis crowding. Population curve live. So do we have not paid? What? Oh, okay, this is weird. Yeah, so this doesn't. So I want this to be graphs as well. So I think I'll get back to that. Or maybe I can do it now. So yeah, I wonder if although it could be nicer if it was what do you call dashed? And maybe for this now, yeah, this doesn't really work. This actually, yeah, this needs another This needs another scale. Because this I think this would work if I had um I'm just gonna do these for now. So the thing is that because this is the time scales are not like linear. Actually, what was this about? Yeah, this is the why does this behave differently around here? Hmm. Mm-hmm. 900. Yeah, I wonder if it yeah, okay, here I had this, so um um I think there's um um mm, yeah, this looks what I wanted. So now if I go, yeah, it goes like um yeah, it jumped quite a lot actually just there. So here, was there a way to do this? And the same goes here. Did it like trigger a bit earlier? Or should it? So it should be like 1 in. This should go up to 1 in 1,000. But then it kind of like it jumps like 2 scales at the time. It's a bit like jarring. Yeah, there's some there's something that doesn't really Okay, I'm almost at my limit, so I think I'm gonna finish on this. Let's see if I can also do this. Did I do this already? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah. There's some good stuff here. It's always nice to get some compliments from Claude. I feel really validated. Actually, I'm not like even joking too much. I think and it does also like at some point that is at least it tells about like, for example, in this case when we had to think that it's the graph is getting too crowded and whatnot, so it kind of told about that. So I should have maybe in the app also or like here in the text, like something like features. Maybe not. Not sure if this is like a right wording, but maybe a bit different from this, that like, so yeah, maybe this is a bit too different. Yeah, it could be included here. This is gonna go away. Yeah, I meant to write here something, like I had some specific point in mind, but I kind of like forgot. So I could also have here like a checkbox that like um, between time points. Oh yeah, some of this is. Oh, maybe it's not. It's not working yet. Yeah. Okay, we are at 100%. Yeah, it's a lot taller now. I think it might be a bit too tall actually. It's kind of like nice to play around with it. I'm also like thinking like yeah, maybe this is one thing like so Yeah, hopefully it's ready soon. Mm. Okay. Hopefully I didn't burn like too much of my, like, those kind of like excess tokens. Um, I'm just gonna do like a hard. Yeah. So let's see if I. So it doesn't show the previous value. Let's like. Okay, this one it did. Actually. Mm, yeah. Okay, this one it does work out. So why didn't it work out with this one? Or maybe like, was it that like none of either of these were chosen, or what's the? Wait a minute. What if I do research? It's showing the. Mhm. So now if I set this as a baseline, I can do like this kind of changes. Yeah, that's cool. And these, okay. Um, hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit tricky about like the time scale. You can see these. I had the idea at some point that you could have like different background colors for if you have these timescale changes. I don't know. Um, okay, I think I'm gonna end here. Here for now, my tokens are out, and I need to eat something. So thanks for watching. I think this was pretty productive stream. I had some ideas, and yeah, I got some